Hi, this is Curt Wilson with Beats on Bites. Today we have Julia Vari, based out of Miami in Mexico, international singer-songwriter, phenomenal performer. Stick around, you're going to enjoy this. So tell me about you. So here's the deal. I read that you spend half your time in Mexico, half your time in Miami. How did that come to be, and why?
How and why? Well, yes, at this moment in my life, I'm actually spending more time in Miami, and I was spending some time in LA, which is how I met Costas.
Yes.
But I'm bilingual, bicultural. I consider myself proud to call Mexico and the US my countries and my homes. They're both beautiful countries in their own way, which have each given me a lot.
Right.
And at this point, I'm spending more time in Miami, which is a nice place because it's never cold.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah.
Happiness, yes.
Yeah. And I'm really enjoying it. I've been here really for about a year.
Okay.
But I do consider myself, I sometimes say I'm a citizen of the world because I've lived in a lot of places. I've traveled to a lot of places. I sing in a lot of different languages. I actually sing in 8 different languages.
That's what I read, which is just crazy to me. I mean, as an American, I speak one language. I barely speak Spanish as well. But I mean, it's a joke because everybody internationally speaks, 5, 6, 7, 8 languages comfortably. But I think part of it is because America is so big that we can travel a long way and speak one language, where you guys, for the same amount of time, you're in 8 different countries.
Yes, that's true, because English, it is sort of an international language. It's probably the most useful language to speak, and so I guess that's but speaking other languages is not only useful, but it's also very it's I guess it depends. Not everyone likes languages, but I do. I do.
When you're singing, is there a language that you prefer to sing in for some reason?
A lot of people ask me that, and I like singing. I like singing in French. Now, it's funny because at my concerts, sometimes when I sing in French, almost without fail, there'll be a native French speaker who will come up to me after the show and be like, I'm like, wait. I sing in French.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. I sing in French. I do speak French, but not that high level.
Right.
And so I can speak French, but if you speak to me slowly. But I think I've been told that my pronunciation in French and when I sing is good, and so people, French speakers, think that I have a higher level of speaking, and so that's happened many times where they'll come up to me and be like, blah, 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 blah. So I love to sing in French. I do also like to sing in Spanish. I feel like the songs that I sing, I do a lot of boleros, especially my most recent album, Intimo, which is intimate in English, is really boleros, and that's kind of been my thing over the last year or two. I've kind of been developing a show which is really in Spanish we call them vein cutting songs, cut the vein songs. Canciones.
Wow. Beautiful.
We call them, songs to sing when you want to cut your veins. That's pretty much what they are. They're kind of sad.
Because there's tragic and sad and emotional.
Heartbreak, and I like singing those kind of songs and playing those kind of songs. If you ask me what is my favorite type of music to play and sing in this moment, that's what it is. Boleros. And in Spanish, we have some composers that just write lyrics in a way that it's sort of hard to imagine how they came up with the lyrics, because they're so heartbreaking. Yeah. or romantic, one or the other, but the ones I most like are heartbreaking. And you just think, how did they I songwrite, but I mean, I wish I even had 1/10 of the ability that these composers had to express themselves. It's just amazing. And I haven't been able to find that type of lyric in other languages. I mean, it could be because Spanish and English are my native languages. But so I really enjoy singing and playing those type of songs, and and making people cry. I do. I like
You want to touch them emotionally, right?
I do. I like it because I like I guess my motto in life. Actually, I have a motto which is my mission in life, which is change the world one note at a time. And I kind of live by that in every way. And so I think that I like my music to, even if it just changes one person, or even if it makes that one person sad or happy, or remember a beautiful moment, or remember a heartbreaking moment, just one person, then I've done my job. And whether it's a bolero, whether it's a heartbreaking song, or whether I also have more fun songs too.
Oh, that's good, just to balance it out.
I don't do just heartbreaking. So if you on my YouTube, on Spotify, iTunes, I also have other songs that are happier. One of them that people know me for is my version of Habanera by from Carmen by Bizet, and we did it in a jazz swing, up-tempo swing version.
Yes.
And so and that's kind of fun.
You did the video on that as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a music video.
I was going to say that one showed so much personality and so much fun. And it was great, because I bet that was fantastic for you, because it's hard to find a song where you can actually have fun with it, because usually you're telling a story or something like that, and this was just like, it was a lark. You were having a great time.
Yeah, exactly. It was so much fun to record, and it is so much fun to sing. And when I was touring around with that, promoting that album, I was still living full time in Mexico, and I toured around in Latin America, within Mexico, a little bit in Spain, and I got to the point where when I would do a show, people would call out. They would have Habanera. They would ask me to sing it. They knew me, and knew my career, knew my music, and they would request it even if I hadn't sang it yet.
Well, probably because you just sang one of these sad songs. They say, "Come on, help me out here.
Please, something happy."
Give me something happy. Oh.
L'amour est un essor rebelle que nul ne peut apprivoiser. Et c'est rien qu'avoir la paix, celui qu'on vient de refuser.
Together, do you think of those things as far as like, that's 3 sad songs in a row, I need to really get some people up again, or too many ballads, or do you?
Oh, absolutely. That's something that's very important when putting a show together, of course, is thinking about it, because you're telling a story. Right. Now, I do have my show, my piano, voice, bolero, heart, breaking song show. Yeah. The show of just that, where there's 12 boleros. And now they're not all completely vein cutting. I mean, there's a few.
Some are mildly depressing. Okay, just not all the way.
I mean, in that show, there's probably 60 or 70% completely vein cutting, and then there's a few that are more romantic, or more happy, or more loving, but they're all sort of down, they're all sort of slow. That's a show, and I always when I start the show, I actually just performed that show at the theater in Spain called Aranjuez, Real Carlos in Aranjuez, which is about an hour from Madrid. That was in November. And I started the show. My first thing I said was, if you bought your tickets and expected to come to this show to dance, then you may want to think twice. And I'm sorry, but your money will not be refunded, because this is not a dance happy show. No. It's definitely for reflection, for nostalgia, for that's what the show is. Now, when I do, for example, in the fall, I also did. I did this great show. I think it was in the fall. Yeah, this show with a big band. I believe there were 12, 15 musicians. Wow. Actually, that was in Modesto, which is near San Francisco in California. That was a Red Tie Music Festival, and so that show I put together, definitely weaving in between that was probably more happy songs, probably 60-70% happy dance. That was more like Latin, get up and dance, and then a couple ballads here and there. So that was kind of the opposite. Because of those kind of shows, can you imagine having a big band, big orchestra, and you're playing all heart? No.
Yeah.
No.
And the band sits down crying, that'd be sad.
Different show that I also give, which is with a big band, and that's for example, Bésame Mucho is probably one that that most people would know even if they're not Spanish speaking, and so that type of song, Bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. And so it's kind of more up. It's not super upbeat. It's kind of medium, but it's definitely.
I'm dancing right now. No, it's awesome.
So that's the kind of Latin fusion world music, and we did. I have a version of the song "Non je ne regrette rien," who is Edith Piaf sings it.
Okay.
She it's a song in French, and it's kind of the original version is like da da da. Da, 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 no, rien de rien. But I have a version, which actually a great friend of mine from Mexico, he did this arrangement for me. It's swing. So it takes the song, which was originally, it's I guess you call it a ballad. In French, it's da 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 da.
It's a march cadence.
Like a march, maybe.
Yeah,
that's a good word. And then, but so we have a version which is completely up tempo swing. So it's no. And that's definitely for dancing. So that was another song we did in the festival.
Now, did you come up with that idea to rearrange it that way? Or
idea. I came up with the idea. I did not do that arrangement. I do arrangements. I do simple arrangements, but not for a big band. And
you
so
thought this song would really work in a faster beat as dance. You said, okay, let's figure this out.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great. Now, so you do so many different styles, what is your favorite style? Or do you just love them all? Don't give me that.
I know, it's so
don't give me that.
I always get asked that, and the answer, I guess the answer would be it depends on my mood. But if I really, really, really had to decide if I could only do one, I would choose the bolero piano and voice.
Really?
Vein cutting songs. I would. That is what I most like to do in this moment. I think it changes. It kind of depends on what's going on in your life too. Because and that's what I feel like doing nowadays. And it doesn't mean my life.
Wait a minute. What's going on? What's going on over there in Miami?
No, actually, things are going really well in my life. But that's what I enjoy right now. Not that I don't enjoy doing the big band, doing the dance, doing the more jazz, more pop. I enjoy a lot of different genres, but you forced me to answer the question, so that is what I would have to pick. That's what I would pick.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so I can let you know when I've got more content coming up. And thanks so much for being here. Beats on Bites, Curt Wilson. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks so much.